Dear children, in the chapter Classification of Elements and the Periodicity in the Properties, we have studied why do we need to classify the elements, why the periodic table was developed and how it is developed, what is the contribution of Mendeleev and Moseley in the development of the periodic table. We have also studied that the periodic table is divided into 4 blocks, that is S, P, D and F block elements. Today we will study about the physical properties and their trends along the group and the period, and what are the factors which govern all these physical properties. So today's topic is periodic trends in the physical properties. The 4 properties today we will study are ionization enthalpy, atomic and the ionic radii, electron gain enthalpy and electronegativity. The first property which we will study is the atomic radius. But before coming to that, let me give you a quick revision of that what is a group and what is a period and what is the term periodicity means. Group, it is the vertical column. Groups are the vertical columns and the periods are the horizontal rows. Periodicity. Periodicity is defined as the elements in the same group have similar properties. That is, the properties they reoccur or repeat itself after a regular interval of time. Atomic radius, it is the first physical property. Dear children, we compare the atom with a sphere. Atom is spherical in shape, but to measure its atomic radius is very difficult. It's not that easy to measure just like a ball, because atoms is very small in size, and also there is no definite boundary of an atom. So the atomic radius which we measure by using X-ray and the spectroscopic methods is just an estimate. It's not at all precise. Atomic radius is defined as half of the internuclear distance between the 2 bonded atoms. Now the atoms can be bonded through a covalent bond or through an ionic bond, or it can be a metal. When it is covalently bonded, we say it is a covalent radii, and when it is a metal, we say a metallic radii. From the picture you can see that the 2 atoms are covalently bonded and the 2 black dots are the nuclei. The distance between the 2 nuclei is d, and half of the d is the atomic radius. Covalent radius, we use the term for the non-metallic element. Metallic radius, we use the term for metals. Now the trend, that how atomic radii varies along a period and along a group. Atomic radius along a period decreases from left to right. Now I am taking the example of the second period, that is lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. Just see, the lithium, its atomic number is 3. It has 3 protons and 3 neutrons in the nucleus and 3 electrons which are revolving around the nucleus. Beryllium. Beryllium is the next element of the second period. It has 4 protons in the nucleus because its atomic number is 4, and it has 4 electrons which are revolving around the nucleus. Now you can see that the 2 electrons are the inner shell and the other 2 electrons are in the second shell. Boron. Now the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1 because the atomic number of boron is 5. Now there are 5 protons in the nucleus and the 5 electrons in the boron, out of which the 2 electrons are in the first shell, that is 1s2, then again 2 electrons in the next shell, that is 2s2, and one electron is in the p orbital, that is 2p1. Now you can see the 5 electrons in the boron. The shell remains the same, that is 2. The principal quantum number is same, 2. But electrons are in the same shell, but the atomic number is increasing. The atomic number is increasing, that means the electrons are added in the same shell, and the protons are added in the nucleus. And when the protons are added in the nucleus, the power of the nucleus increases. Its attraction power increases. We say it as effective nuclear charge. The next element after boron is carbon. Its atomic number is 6. That means it has 6 protons and 6 electrons. Again, one more proton is added to the nucleus and the effective nuclear charge is increased. But electron goes to the same 2p shell. So we are seeing, when we are proceeding towards the right hand side of the period, we are seeing that effective nuclear charge is increasing, but the electrons are adding to the same shell. So you can see that the nitrogen or oxygen or fluorine, what is happening? The shell is same, but the nuclear power is increasing. So the nucleus attracts the valence shell with more power, with more attraction, and the electron clouds, it gets decreased in the size. So we can say that when we shift from the left hand side to the right hand side of the period, there is the decrease in the atomic radii. The main two reasons now are: the number of the proton increases. More protons means greater attraction between the nucleus and outer electron. The greater attraction means the outer electrons are brought closer to the nucleus, thus smaller atomic radius results. Now again, with the example of the lithium, beryllium and boron, the elements of the second period, you can very well see that how the electron cloud is shrinking, how the atomic radii is decreasing when the electrons are going into the same shell and the effective nuclear charge is increasing. Lithium, it has 2 electrons in the inner shell but 1 electron in the valence shell. The 3 protons in the nucleus are holding or attracting the valence electron. Beryllium, its atomic number is 4. It has 4 protons in the nucleus, 2 electrons in the inner orbital and 2 more electrons in the outer shell. Again, you can see that the proton is holding the 2 electrons, the valence electrons, more tightly because the shell is same, but the effective nuclear charge is increased. Boron, atomic number 5. There are 5 protons in the nucleus. The 2 electrons you can see in the inner shell, but there are 3 electrons in the valence shell. These 5 protons will hold tightly the 3 valence electrons as compared to lithium and beryllium. From the picture, now it is very much clear that the effective nuclear charge is increasing, but the shell is same, and you can see that there is a clear decrease in the atomic radii from lithium to boron. Lithium is on the left hand side of the period while boron is on the right hand side of the period. Now it is the graphical representation. From the graph also it is very much clear that in a period the atomic radii decreases from left to right. You can see there is a clear decrease in the atomic radii from lithium to beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen and fluorine. Then there is a slight increase in the size of the neon. Neon is a noble gas. Then why there is a decrease in the size of neon? The clear answer is neon is a noble gas. Its octet is complete. It has 8 electrons in the valence shell, and due to the interelectronic repulsions, its size is greater than fluorine. This is an exception. Again I am showing you the electronic configuration of the second period. From this distribution of electrons also you can see the increase in the effective nuclear charge and the electrons entering the same shell. From the data you can see that atomic radii in the picometers, lithium has 152 picometers of atomic radii, beryllium it's 111, boron 88, carbon 77 picometers, nitrogen 74, oxygen 66 picometers and fluorine 64. From the data also you can see that there is a clear decrease in the size of the atomic radii. The atomic radii and its trend along a period is very much clear to you. I have shown you via a graph, via atomic orbital structures and the electronic configuration. Now, the atomic radii trend along a group. Groups are the vertical column, and when we talk about a group, we say that top to bottom. Just like when we studied the period, we said left to right. In a group when we study, we say top to bottom. Now, the atomic radii from top to bottom in a group increases. Now, why this increase? This increase is because when we come down in a group, the electrons they enter into the new shell, whereas in the period the electron were entering into the same shell. It is a group, the first group I am taking, lithium, sodium and potassium, just first three elements of the first group. Lithium, the atomic number is 3, the electronic distribution will be 2, 1. Sodium, atomic number is 11, the electronic distribution will be 2, 8, 1. That means the introduction of the third shell. Potassium, atomic number 19, the electronic distribution 2, 8, 8, 1, the introduction of the fourth shell. The increase in the number of the shells is responsible for the increase in the atomic radii. The radius increases because the new shells are added. Shielding effect. The shielding effect is also known as the screening effect. Now, what is the screening effect? Actually, what happens? The inner electrons, they act as a wall. They screen the nuclear charge from reaching the valence electrons. These inner electrons, they act as a hurdle, and the effective nuclear charge does not reach the valence electrons. Hence, there is the expansion in the electron cloud, and it is also responsible for the increase in the atomic radii. Decrease in the effective nuclear charge on the valence shell. This is due to the screening effect. So, we have seen that from top to bottom in a group there is an increase in the atomic radii. Now, graphically again you can see that the atomic radii of lithium is smaller than sodium. The size of the sodium atom is smaller than potassium. You can see the data. Lithium, sodium and potassium, there is a clear-cut increase in the atomic radii. Now, the values of the atomic radii in the picometers. Lithium, it is 152 picometers. Atomic radius of sodium is 186 picometers. Potassium, it is 231 picometers. Rubidium, 244 picometers, and cesium, 262 picometers. You can very well see there is an increase in the atomic radii as we are moving down the group. You can also compare the electronic configuration and you can see the new shells responsible for the increase in the atomic radii. Lithium, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s1. Sodium, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. A new shell is added. There is an increase in the principal quantum number. It was 2 in the case of the lithium, whereas it is 3 in the case of the sodium. Potassium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. Clear cut, there is a new shell added. All these factors are responsible for the increase in the atomic radii. Dear children, this increase and decrease in the atomic radii along a period and a group is very much clear to you, and you must understand before understanding all other properties, because all other properties depend upon the atomic radii. Ionic radius. Ionic radius is measured when there is an ion. How ions are formed? We very well know that. Cation is formed when an electron is lost, and an anion is formed when an electron is gained. And cations are always smaller than anion. A cation is smaller than its parent atom due to the presence of the fewer electrons while its nuclear charge remains the same, and also sometimes the shell is removed. For example, sodium ion, its ionic radii is 95 picometers, whereas sodium, the neutral atom, its atomic radii is 186 picometers. Here we can see that sodium ion, a cation, is smaller than the neutral atom. It is because of the two reasons. The number of the proton remains the same. Only the electron is lost in the case of the sodium ion. Also, when the valence electron is removed, the valence shell is also removed, because the electronic configuration of the sodium is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. When the last electron is removed, the third shell, the last shell, is also removed, and its electronic configuration remains as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Anions are larger than the neutral atom. It is due to the fact that the number of electrons increases, so the increased repulsion among the electrons. Decrease in the effective nuclear charge is the second reason. Fluoride ion, its ionic radius is 136 picometers, whereas fluorine atomic radii is 64 picometers. Just now we have studied about atomic radii and ionic radii. All those measurements which we have are through X-ray or spectroscopic methods. These are just estimates and not precise atomic or ionic radii. We have studied that atomic radii, it decreases along a period and increases down the group. It is only depends upon the distribution of electrons around the nucleus, the number of the shells and the effective nuclear charge. We also studied that a cation is always smaller than a parent atom and anion is always larger than the parent atom. It is because the cation is formed by the loss of electron and anion is formed by the gain of electron. I hope atomic radii and its strength along a period and along a group is clear to you.